Hey, hey, hey. It's your boy talking with OC. I'm your host, OC. What's another Friday? You know, we dealing with podcast without a name. We popping up at 7:30. I'm just waiting for my co-host to show up, to get in, to show up. You know, we got the co-host, Big AC, and is the one gonna show up here in a minute. But I just want to give a shout out to everybody that watch our podcast without a name every Friday night, 7:30. It's streamed to uh, Facebook and YouTube. If you got the YouTube, get on over to the YouTube and look at the live stream. You can always comment. It's been a long week, y'all. We're gonna holler about some today's. We're gonna holler about today's stuff that been going on this week. Today's stuff, last week's stuff. You know, that's how we do it. And you know, just get on down. We gonna get on down. Get on down. Let me see if it's working. Yeah, it's working. Enter the studio. Instagram. Yeah. So we still waiting for that boy to come off the board. That Shedeur Sanders to come off the board. I don't know why everybody tripping, man. He's like the best. To me, was the best quarterback in the draft. If you don't want to draft him, it's on you. But somebody gonna draft him, man. He gonna make a lot of teams pay. He gonna win a lot of Super Bowls. A lot of Super Bowls.
What y'all here doing?
I'm trying to find. There you go. There you go. The one and only Big AC is in the building.
Oh,
What's
hey,
up?
here we go.
He didn't fumble the church's money. What's up, man?
Oh, just letting them know that they don't want that smoke, man. What's happening with it? Your main man, Big AC the one. It's Friday, motherfucking evening. TJIF, y'all. How the hell y'all week went?
Hey, man, the week has been
Man,
tumultuous.
man.
You know, your boy Cam say it's been a freaky week.
Hey, you know what?
Freaky week.
That is, I will take it. That is a hell of a good little word title to put on this week right here. It has been a bit of a freaky week, right?
Yeah, freaky
man,
week.
like let's start it off with this. Ladies. Let me ask y'all this. If y'all met a man and he gave y'all a two-way option. Option number one, go to work, take care of your business, pay your part of your movement and be liberated and have your fem power and everything that come with it. Or get that be about that bag life. That bag life. You get 3 bands a week, right? 3 bands a week from this man. You ain't got to work, you ain't got to cook, you ain't got to clean. I guess you ain't got to do shit but suck a dick and take a good punch. Because that means if he wants to get mad in the middle of a fight, yeah, then that's what it is. Thank you and for earning your salary this week. That's what it do. And while your lips are still swollen, still be ready to give up some jawbone. That is a very cold existence in my book. I know we shared a post that we have found online earlier this week. Oh, see, man, what you think about that one?
Man, I think that girl probably got daddy issues. She probably got some type of, if she accepts the 3 bands and you can do whatever you want to a week and slap her around. If she accept that, then that tells me a lot about her mental. She don't want to do shit herself. She lazy. She ain't shit. She ain't shit. She don't want to help nothing out. She don't want to help nobody grow. You know what I'm saying? She don't want to do none of that. Man, and don't get me wrong, man. To each his own. To each his own. But I always taught my daughter to be like, I am going to stand on my own 2 feet.
Man, no doubt.
If I want to drive a nice car, I'm gonna make sure that happens. If my career going the way it need to go, I'm gonna make sure that happens. Man. So I don't have to depend on nobody for the shit that I need to get myself.
Woo-wee.
You know what I'm saying? That was always my lesson.
Especially ladies, if your 3 bands a week leave your face like dad.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Can you see that? She trying to talk. I ain't gonna let y'all hear her talk because y'all will be like, ooh, after that for
Yeah.
real. But if
Yeah.
y'all ain't seen that post yourself this week, man, it's gonna be somewhere a line between our feeds, man. Check that ish out. Man. I mean, just hey, insanity on that situation right there. And like you said, a freaky week. You know, that just begins it. We also got tonight and
Yeah.
yesterday the NFL draft. Have you been following that on?
Yeah. I've been all over that, man. I've been all over the NFL draft, and I've been watching some. I've been watching some shows,
Yeah.
some sports shows, speak up or whatever that shit is with these different people on there, and
Yeah.
it's been crazy, man.
Yeah.
Folks really think that that this quarterback is not that like he's being judged by what he can do instead of off the field stuff or his personality.
We talking about Shador Sanders?
Shador Sanders.
Yes. I want to hit on that topic right there because also too I did a post a little PSA for brothers that know what it is. It was called As a Black Man in America, KKKA. You know what I'm saying? That'll let you know a lot about what it is right there. But what I saw regarding Shador Sanders had nothing to do with his football acumen.
Yeah,
Had nothing to do with any of that. What
yeah,
what what was said about him was, oh, that was one of the worst one-on-one interviews that I've had ever. He's very entitled. Now, let's just keep it a buck. If he was a white boy playing quarterback, okay, they would have called that confidence. They would have called that they would basically moxie, right? All of these great adjectives that describe somebody who is a competitor, a
yes,
fighter.
yes,
Um,
yes.
you did, and the man, and he's like his father. He's outspoken and
Mm-hmm.
highly confident. And,
Mm-hmm.
and all I got to say is like, know this, brothers. It scares them white folks when a confident, well-spoken brother comes in, a sister too. When we come in that joint, knowing what we talking about, standing firm, just like I think her name Jasmine Crocker, the senator, right? She
Mm-hmm.
she
Mm-hmm.
been in there. She been out there clowning and clowning. She's a Democrat. She been roasting the hell out of Trump and Elon and all of them in the publics, man. Really going in on them. And a few people done tried her, right? And she got that hood in her, so you can hear like she ain't taking no stuff. But at the same time, man, she was a lawyer before this, so eloquent, well spoken, very knowledgeable. She comes in where usually people just try to get their one liner on. She gets the one liner on, but she also hits you with them body blows back to back to back to back. So I like what I've been seeing out of her. She's a representative out of the state of Texas. I don't know exactly where the district lines and zones get drawn up out in Texas. Don't even get me the line, but yeah, but I got to shout out to her, man, because she really been
So
getting it in and saying what need to be said.
for sure. I'm all for that. I'm all for that. But it is what it is. We just gotta wait to the right team pull him
Yeah,
off the board, and
yeah,
regardless of what pick he is, he got money.
yeah. They're already
That's not what he waiting on. He
no
finna he for let me slow down. He's for the love of the game, man.
right.
He love playing football. Um, his daddy shouldn't have nothing to do with it.
No, no, no doubt.
His daddy career is done, but
Right,
his daddy taught him. I mean, this is what people be fucked up at too. And
right.
I'm cussing tonight, but this what they be
It's
messed
all
up.
good.
Uh, you want a person father to stay in his life and teach him all
Man,
and give him all the intangibles he needs to
yes,
live this life that we live. And when they
yes.
do, they look how they looked at.
That's what I'm saying.
But then when we don't do it and they be out there robbing and killing it, oh, I told you he was like that. Nah, come on, man. We can't
Man.
have it both ways. I love how Dion raised his family,
Yeah, no, hey, no doubt.
regardless of anything. But so it shouldn't be on him.
Right. No, no doubt. And just like when I was briefly mentioning that post I did, the Black Man in America, right? The
Yeah.
funny thing is when I posted that joint on the YouTube, I got a very wide variety of responses, right?
Yeah.
And like of course, I got some of the brothers and stuff out there talking about, facts right on and identifying with what I was going through. And if y'all know me, I'm not a oh man, whine and cry kind of person.
Yeah.
But of course, I made some white boys uncomfortable. So
Yeah.
they had to come in talking about, oh man, why you whining?
Yeah.
You know what? You're free to leave if you want to. I had shit to fire right back with them.
Yeah.
So can you.
Yeah.
Europe is taking white folks too. Hello.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And not to make it a racial thing, because I'm not a racist, tell you the truth. But it's funny to me how, like, when we express ourselves any more outside of the bounds of a basic, like how we doing right now.
Yeah.
Oh man, we're whining, we're complaining, we're holding on to the past. What's slavery? What do you mean about slavery? Motherfucker, have you ever read history?
Have you ever read history?
Man, have you ever read history, dude? Have you not been told stories by your grandparents, which I know you have,
Yeah.
about how it used to be back in the days when them niggas knew how to act and where to sit?
Or even told stories, because my dad used to tell me a lot of stories about him coming up and from the high school. Even my father went to high school in the 70s.
Right.
And so me getting those understanding the things, you know what I'm saying? How dark it was at that time for Black people, and how they supposedly shine the light on everything in the 80s, and brought it home so far. But it's still that out there. It's still that element out there. We can't take that lightly. It's still that element out there. So you gotta know your history. You gotta know what's going on, so you can understand, at least understand what's happening.
Right. No doubt.
Understand what's happening. So
No
you
doubt.
know how to be.
Exactly. And like, yo, ain't nobody sitting around with their thumbs up their butt waiting on no fucking reparations from the goddamn government. Now, if that comes, great, it'll be nice, but I think it'll be a cold day in hell before we see that, because they're making it evident that solving the problems of the Black community ain't their problem, although they had no problems creating them.
They had no problems creating them.
Had no problems creating them.
Because what they tried to do didn't work.
Exactly, bro. And it's funny how, like, they'll jump and be critical when we express ourselves, right?
Yeah.
But they don't know. They have no way to wrap their head around the concept of your family being broken up.
Yeah.
Women, children being raped. Hell.
Yeah. Yeah.
Man, if they caught you trying to escape, they might fucking around and cook you and eat you that night. Like this shit was real. You did.
Yeah.
People like Emmett Till, they got like Molly Wop put up on the damn tree, lynched and hung in front of the whole goddamn town. Didn't even say shit to that white brother.
Yeah.
You dig? So yeah, for somebody to jump in that is not melanated and make harsh comments about people who are melanated, expressing the shit that they've been through on the way up.
Yeah.
You got no fucking idea. You just got no fucking idea. So I'm glad I had to air that one out, get that off my chest. But it is Friday night. It's
Friday night, baby. Yeah, I truly believe everything happens for a reason. And
no doubt.
My guy not coming off the board in the first round, and maybe in the second round, it's happening for a reason. He's gonna get to a spot where he's gonna be able to play, or he's gonna be able to sit for a minute, and he's gonna be able to learn that offense or whatever it is that he has to learn. And then he's gonna come out and it's gonna be another Brady situation.
Man, no doubt. You know what, boys, the man is well prepared and trained for this opportunity and situation. And I think though the good thing on the tail end of this would be the fact that he'll play with a chip on his shoulder.
Yeah.
The one thing that I might have been ever worried about with Shedeur Sanders is that maybe he had too comfortable of a life coming up.
Yeah.
But
I think experience trumps all of that. I think he's been in multiple situations where he's learning from a Hall of Fame player.
Yeah.
Not just somebody who won one Super Bowl, but somebody who won several. Somebody who was at the greatest at their position.
No doubt.
Being his father, showing him how to break down tape, how to do different things as a professional already.
No doubt.
So all of that stuff. Watch these busts. Watch what happened to some of these that bust that got picked. The second quarterback that got picked by the Giants. I think he's gonna be a bust. And I'm saying it right here on on my on the
Now
podcast
you know
without
it's
a
funny
name.
too, right?
Yeah.
Is I actually
Goldilocks is gonna be a bust.
yeah, Jackson Dart. I actually watched old boy play in college, right? And didn't
Yeah.
think he was all too bad because he started off at USC.
Yeah.
Okay, bing. But he already had the stature.
Yeah.
You know, you can't teach somebody to be 6'5". He's already that.
Yeah.
200 and some odd pounds, could run pretty decent, and was supposed to have an arm to make all the throws.
Yeah.
But when you watch him, he's fundamentally unsound. And if you haven't learned that by this point, right, it's hard to teach somebody to think different.
Yeah. Yeah. No, when you become an adult.
Yeah, no
Yeah.
doubt. It's hard to teach somebody to completely think different and
Yeah.
to approach things from a different point of view, right?
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I can't wait to see it, man. It's gonna be Bust City. And if you didn't think that Shedeur Sanders was the most overall complete, ready, prepared to start day one, out of all the quarterbacks coming out of college this year, I had to call you a damn fool.
He's no Jamarcus Russell.
No.
You know what I'm saying? It's the way he's been groomed this whole time from little league to all the way to the pros.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Who's got that? Who's got that proper tutelage? Who got that? Nobody got that.
Man, straight up. And I mean, you look at it, right? Like you say, he's raised by a Hall of Famer, no doubt. But on that coaching staff that Prime put together, there was a long line of Hall of Famers and all pros and perennial this and that, right? And you couple that with the fact that his off-season training guru was who else but Tom Brady, no bull himself.
Yeah.
Man, cut that shit out. He ain't got to be no more than any of what he is right now. You look at Tom Brady, that dude never had no dashing speed.
Nope.
Nope.
Didn't need it.
No, you ain't got to run like a rocket to
just give me some protection and let me learn this offense like the back of my motherfucking hand. Excuse me, my language. And I'm gonna be fine. I'm gonna be fine. Let me get my kicker into on the space on the field where he can win the game for us. I'm gonna be fine. That ring is still gonna be looking good being put on my finger.
Now look, right now I'm just looking. Jalen Milroe just got drafted by the Seattle Seahawks. Obviously to be their backup. Because they did sign. Oh yeah, they did get old Sam Darnold. Yeah, they got old Sammy Boy Darnold to come in as they started for this year. But here we go. You gotta and I'm glad that Shedeur Sanders did not get drafted to my division rival. Because Seattle, that would be 10 years of catching hell from him. But I'm gonna use Brock Purdy as a perfect fucking example. When you got a quarterback who can process the game and throws an accurate ball, dude, what else do you need to know?
73%.
The highest quarterback
73%.
Man, highest completion percentage ever.
What you want to do? What you want him to do? He came from a HBCU to a Power 5. Look what they did.
And the weak point of that team, which is why they didn't win in the postseason, was the offensive line.
Yeah.
Right. So, I mean, you look at how much more scrambling he did than he should have been doing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and to still come out 73% completion percentage, man, that's unreal. Unreal playing against Division I FSB competition.
Yeah, I don't understand them, man. I don't understand them. But but let's move on to a little bit of this NBA playoffs, man. Let's move on to a little bit of the NBA playoffs, man. I'm sitting here looking at split screen, and I looked at Giannis them looking like they got to win.
They did their thing tonight.
Yeah, they got to win at tonight's, and then excuse me, LA is on right now. LA Lakers is playing right now. They I think they are up by a point right now.
Okay,
but it's tough though. It's tough.
Yeah,
it's tough.
Yeah,
it's tough. And then you move out west when we play tomorrow. The Dubs play tomorrow. But if they don't get my guy Big Jimmy Buckets back, we gonna
Right.
have problems, man.
Gonna have but I will say that the good news did come down the pipeline about his injury. It is it's a tailbone contusion, much like
Yeah,
Steph Curry caught towards the last week or so of the season.
yeah,
So at most he probably would miss this one game. I'm
hmm
hoping that he's in the shape to play, but I don't want him out there if he's not.
yeah,
Right?
yeah,
I'd rather him take that game to heal because with the full concentration of complement of weaponry, I
yeah,
feel like we gonna beat Houston. We gonna beat Houston. I mean, honestly though, the Warriors been beating up on Houston for the last 20 times they played them before
yeah,
Jimmy, right?
yeah.
So if they had to have a favorable matchup or something that we would call a favorable matchup, I would say that this team is it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Also, let me give a shout out to I can't never get the boy's first name out, but Caro over there in Orlando. They went on ahead and handled their business today against the defending world champion Celtics as well. They pulled off a 95-93 little squeak by.
Yeah, it looked like I was watching some of that game too. It looked like Orlando had their
Yeah,
number tonight.
yeah,
Orlando had their number tonight, and it was everything was going Orlando's way.
man,
50-50 balls,
yeah, that's it.
rebounding, just quicker to the ball tonight
That's it.
on Orlando's part. That's what I seen when
Yeah,
I was
no,
watching
no
the
doubt.
game.
Because I mean, I'm looking at a 95-93 score, and you know that there wasn't a lot of three ball dropping today.
Yeah, yeah,
Right, and
yeah.
I imagine that the Celtics, because of the thumb or the wrist injury, went without Jason Tatum, right?
No, he played. He
Oh, he
played.
played
He
tonight.
played.
Okay,
His decision making tonight was off.
okay. See, and you
His
know what's
decision
funny,
making
Al?
tonight
I'm
was off.
glad
Yeah.
you brought that up too, because here we are. You hit on the most underrated part of a player coming back into the fold when they step out with an injury, no matter how long they out. Right, is
Yeah.
being in the rhythm of the offense and the game and making just being in the right spots at the right time.
Yeah.
That's not a thing you could take for granted or assume, which we know what that means, that it's going to be there.
Yeah. No, you can't do that. He also, because what I mean by decision making is I see a drive to the basket. He
Yeah,
hesitated. He was to the basket, but he shoots a fadeaway jumper. Why are you doing that? What is that for? Get to the basket, man.
see,
Stop. I don't understand that.
no,
I don't understand that at all. You mid range already. You
come on,
buy the dude. You
right,
buy him and you pull up for a little fadeaway jumper. Come on, man.
man. And most of the time, Jason Tatum is matched up against somebody that's 2 or 3 inches shorter than him too.
Yeah, yeah.
Right, boom.
But still.
So no excuse.
Yeah, no excuse. Go get to the basket, man. Get to the
Yeah,
basket.
yeah,
So
no excuse.
that was my thing. That
Yeah.
was my thing with him tonight. And
Now
then
see,
the other star on the team was in
talk
foul.
about Jaylen Brown.
Yeah, he was in foul trouble.
He's in foul trouble.
He was
Okay.
in foul trouble. Yeah.
Yeah, they
So
say he's been hampered with a little bit of a knee issue or whatever.
yeah, but come
But
on,
it's
bro.
playoff time. No excuses, man.
Yeah, come on, brothers.
Put your money where your mouth is. Which
Yeah.
I got it. Which leads me into a little segue. I got to give him a shout out though, Jaylen Brown. Man, he
Yeah.
loves the town. Man, dude
Yeah.
been putting some hundred racks up to come up with to produce or to create some after school or some leisure time not like leisure time activity, but some activities that will help the youth. Shit that's
Yeah.
gonna educate them on what they can do after they get
Mhm.
out of high school and the whole bit. So
Mhm.
I got to give him a shout out. He did go to Cal Berkeley. I'm not sure where he's from originally,
Yeah.
but yeah, Brown was a Cal Bear.
Well, shout out to him.
Yeah,
Shout out to your Ham Right podcast.
yeah, know it. Yeah, man,
Another brothers do keep doing their thing.
man,
They was eating barbecue rabbit on their
no,
last. I'm good, man.
yeah,
I love your hand right, but I
yeah.
probably would have stayed out of that one.
Yeah,
But
anybody who's had rabbit before will know
yeah,
that it's very gamey.
yeah.
Very
No,
gamey.
I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm good, man. I'm good.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm good, man.
Nah,
But
I don't need to be putting bugs and bugs and Babby Bunny on no goddamn slab. No, thank you.
no. But yeah, like I say, man, it's been a freaky week. I
It has.
wanna end up with your opinion on this whole
Yeah.
Shannon Sharp debacle. What's going on with your boy, man? I see that he stepped down from ESPN
Step down from ESPN.
till he
Now,
finished.
see, that to me says it all right there.
Yeah.
He stepped down from ESPN because that man in trouble. He in trouble, and in a related sense because it has to do with a woman and you know, how they
Yeah.
was fraternizing and interacting.
Mm-hmm.
Man, did you see that Oprah
Only
Winfrey?
fans. Only fans.
Oprah,
No. What she say?
oh, oh no, I was gonna say Oprah Winfrey has been officially pulled in, caught up in the indictment against Sean Puff Diddy Combs, and the list continues and goes on.
Wow.
They've been arresting some CEOs from some pretty prominent
But why
brands.
would they? But why would they arrest Oprah? What is? I mean, what was her
Well,
her
I'm
role
not
in?
sure if they arrested her yet, but she
Yeah.
officially got entered in on some testimony because
Oh,
Oprah was
okay.
been a pretty integral part. What I
Uh,
didn't know in the soirees that was going on
well,
at
well, you got to understand too her involvement with that other dude. What was
that's
the
it.
other dude name?
I can't think of it.
I
It
can't
had
think
a
of his name.
it
Uh,
it did have a somewhat of a Latin type of a ring to it when I heard
yeah,
it. But
yeah,
yeah, their business manager or
yeah,
associate or whatever,
yeah,
man. Oh,
yeah,
publicist. He was a
yeah.
publicist for him. Yeah, homeboy was covering up crimes, murders, rapes, all the shit for the celebrities. He's known as a celebrity fixer. You know, the name will come to us at some point, but the
Woo.
celebrity fixer really fixed him up. You know what I'm saying? Real
Yes,
good. And some allegations came up with her name in it, and the
yeah,
evidence was destroyed
yeah.
by that publicist or that
The
fixer.
fixer.
Yeah,
Well,
on
you
their
know,
behalf.
what's done in the dark shall come out to the light
Man,
one of
shall
the days.
always come to the light. You know,
So your boy offered the OnlyFans model
yeah.
10 million to shut up, but she didn't want to take that. And
Damn.
and on top of that, he bowed out. He bowed out of ESPN. He not there. He's not gonna work there until he finishes his
Man.
case. But I still think that anything that got something to do with that lawyer Busby, it
Yeah.
stinks. It
It
stinks.
stink, don't it?
It stinks. Yeah, it
It
stinks.
do.
They gotta prove to me that Shannon did some crazy shit. She
Right.
did some crazy shit. What is it called? Consensual.
Yeah, yeah.
It got to be unconsensual
That's
for
it.
me to jump on that. I gotta wait and see. I gotta wait and see. But this is a lesson for you young men out there with money.
Yes.
Leave them alone. Leave them
Leave,
alone.
leave them alone. You
And they
know,
could be black, white, they could be Asian. Leave them
leave
meaning
them ones
those
alone.
alone.
No, you know what you did, you hit that on the nail. They're right. I mean, like, man, dude, he could have pretty much got any chick that he wanted, right?
Any chick he wanted, but he don't
Come
want
on,
no old chick.
man, what's wrong with you,
He
dude?
don't want no old chick, man.
And no, but you know what? And
He
that's
don't want
fine.
no
It's
old chick. He work on his body too much. He to get one of them old chicks.
yeah, get
But
it.
that's why
Yeah,
somebody going after that 50 million. That's why somebody going after that 50
yeah,
million.
man, and you
Yeah,
know, with the landscape surrounding sexual assault, harassment, any of
yeah,
that, since the Me Too movement, I know that was ancient history and some long time ago now, but since the Me Too movement happened, right?
mm-hmm.
You know, it got really sharply and really coarsely defined what it is that you can and can't say to someone of the opposite sex, right?
Yeah,
And it's to me the biggest obstacle or hurdle in dating these days. It's funny when I hear women talking about it ain't no men out there, ain't and it's like, yo, but beyond that, the ones that you do come across probably damn near scared to say something, not because you intimidate them, but because the situation is intimidating. You know that you can say, "Hey, little mama, how you doing? You know what? I like the way you looking over there tonight," because you said that in a flirtatious manner, right?
yeah,
Because this is what happened to our boy Paul Pierce.
yeah,
When
yeah.
Paul Pierce got ran up out of ESPN, it was because the chick said that he said something to her in a tone of voice and in a
Well,
certain type of a
it wasn't because he had that party and was smoking weed and the girls was in the background shaking their ass.
well,
Come on, man.
they, you know what they did? They used
Yeah,
that for the propaganda to get
yeah,
everybody kind of on his case.
yeah,
But the true actuals and factuals was
yeah,
the chick, the old girl that worked with him at the sports desk.
yeah.
He was being, you know, he being playboy.
Malika, was it Malika Andrews?
I don't know. I think it might have been, but who he said something to her in a way that she
Yeah,
said it crossed the line, and it was not professional co-work talk, right?
yeah,
And like What does that mean, yo?
Yeah.
Boom. I mean, I didn't work with people that talk all kind of ways.
Yeah. Yeah.
What does that mean? So there has been a reshaping of this molehill, or a changing of the guard when it comes to how it is, how what's acceptable for approaching a young lady, right? And
Yeah.
it's almost like if you ain't sure, don't do it.
If you're not sure, don't do it.
Don't even
High is
fucking
good
do it.
enough for me.
That's it.
High
That's
is
it.
good enough for me. Nope. I don't want nothing you selling.
No.
If you're trying to give away something, I don't want none. I don't want none. You
Hey,
can
you know
keep that
what?
with you.
And that's so real. And they say if it ain't real, it ain't right. It's funny, like even with like little product offers as a businessman, right? I
Yeah.
used to try to lay things out where I could hook up my folks no, now you know what I do? One size fits all. You know why?
Yeah.
Because there really ain't no room for it.
Yeah.
There ain't no room for it. It is what it is. And the
Uh-huh.
last thing you need is somebody accusing you of some ulterior motive just because you trying to be folks, trying to be cool, trying to look out for them. I'm gonna keep it real with everybody. I kind of lost track right there.
I ain't holding the door open for some people.
No, hell no, hell
I
no,
ain't
no.
doing it. I ain't doing it. It's like at my workplace now. I work with it's 80% women there.
There
Okay,
you go.
so
Yes.
I say hello. I say hi. We joke about things that are
Yeah.
appropriate
Yeah.
for office things, and that's about it. I don't. And if something seems to even be that way,
Right.
I'm walking
Right.
away. I'm
Man,
going the other way. I'm not even. I'm not. Nope. You're not
no,
gonna
you
say Overton said anything. He didn't
man,
say.
and you got to though, dog. That's the only
Yep.
way to protect yourself as a man in that type of situation. Because
Hmm.
I'll say it like this: my last job working corporate was the same thing.
Yeah.
At least 80% women, and
Yeah.
dog, they will gang up on you. They will gang up on
But
you.
yeah, yeah,
And,
and that's the part that's the part you don't want. But then when you in, I'm just cool. I'm just
yeah,
cool with everybody. Don't even get that notion, that other notion.
yeah,
I'm
no,
good. Leave
no. But I was
Overton
about to
alone.
say,
Overton is in his own world in his office.
yeah,
Don't bother him unless you
and,
need something. You can
and
come
that's the
ask
way
him.
I kept it too. But I had got a homeboy from the city a job, right?
Yeah.
And he was being a social butterfly. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
he was walking around asking him, "What do you do for dick?"
What
That's
you
what he
doing
was.
tonight and this and that. And what kind of fun
That's
you
what he
like
was
to have?
doing.
You
That's
look
what
like
he
you
was
a
doing.
little wild, bruh. And I'm talking about I was pulling his coat while it was going on and everything.
Yeah.
And eventually they came up with that and a couple of other BS reasons to push him up out of there. And there
Hmm.
goes $50 an hour because
Hmm.
you
Hmm.
can't control your little man's in them.
Yeah.
So it's important these days, y'all, that we really are intentional with our words and that we think about what we're saying to people before we say it. You dig?
Yeah.
And also to be self-aware enough to understand the audience and who you are talking to,
Yeah.
because you can't say the same thing in a room full of non-melanated folks that you can in a room full of melanated folks.
But you also got to understand too that it's a time and place for everything,
For
and
everything,
on the at the work site it just ain't time for that. I
bro,
don't
it
care how
ain't time.
close you is with people. It just to be safe. It
It
ain't time for that. Now
no,
if y'all off site at some type of bar or y'all off site doing something else or talking
right.
on, then maybe some of that stuff will fly. But not when you in between those lines
Right.
on the clock.
On the clock. And I ain't even gonna lie to you, man. The last couple of little company events I went to, I had a couple chicks trying to get on me, and I was like, we ain't gonna do that.
Nope.
We ain't even finna do that. Cause
Nope.
because I don't need it, man.
Yeah,
I
I
mean
don't
you can
want it.
flip out
Mm-mm.
on me and I give it to you, and now
Yeah,
you motherfucking jumping through windows and
yeah. Nope.
night vision
I don't
goddamn
even have.
binoculars.
I don't have 50 million to 10 million to offer you. I don't
No,
got 10 million to offer you. I don't have
no,
it.
hell no. And I don't feel
Nope.
like replacing no tires and windows
Mm-mm.
because your ass was tripping.
Mama
So
used to say, "Take your time, young man."
hey, don't you rush to get old. Mama used to say that's real talk. And you know what? Like one thing we got is the time that we got, you dig? And if you
Mhm.
don't have as much time as you think you got, so what? Fuck it. That means the world blew up or you died and you don't give a shit. But the point is, yeah, don't ever rush yourself headlong into no bullshit.
Yeah, yeah. Leave it alone, man. Just
Yeah.
leave it alone. Leave it alone.
Yeah, no, straight up.
Yeah, yeah,
Straight up.
yeah,
So
yeah,
let's see. It was one of the. Oh yeah. So okay, the Pacers got beat by Giannis and them.
yeah.
Did Dame Lillard get off tonight? I didn't get to see that game.
Dame was a little fiery tonight. I don't know
Yeah,
what he
he was
scored.
he
I
was
don't know what
chirping.
he scored yet, but he was a
Yeah,
little fiery tonight.
yeah.
He at the podium. He at the podium with both his kids. So
Oh yeah,
he's feeling good tonight. They
yeah,
got
yeah,
that
yeah, yeah.
they got that win. He at the podium with the kids.
Oh
So
man,
he got that win.
hey, cause
Yeah.
like it's put up a shut up time in Milwaukee,
Mm.
especially getting bounced out in the first round of the playoffs this year
Yeah.
by the Pacers. Dog, they
Yeah.
would have been talking
Yeah.
about it's time to break that thing up.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah. Yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
Dame Lillard was.
I'm rooting for Doc though. Doc he gets a bad rap. I'm rooting for
Yeah,
Doc.
yeah. So
I'm
actually,
rooting for
Dame
Doc.
Lillard had a very pedestrian night tonight. He only had 7 points. It was 37. Giannis put in 37, and Gary Trent Jr. with
Gary Trent
another
Jr.
with another 37 to match the big man, and they went on ahead and rolled their way to victory with that.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
I was watching just a little bit of it. I didn't watch
yeah,
the whole
yeah,
game. So now it's a Indiana lead the series 2-1. So we'll see what's going on with that.
yeah, yeah.
We'll see what's going on with that.
Man,
Hopefully,
no
Giannis
doubt.
them wake up.
Yeah, no doubt. And I mean, it's competitive series all the way along the way. The one that, like you were talking, that I was talking about a minute ago, the LA Clippers though jumping all in the Nugget shit.
Oh yeah,
Bro,
yeah. I'm
they
loving
took
it.
they
I'm
took a
loving it.
2-1. Yeah,
I'm loving it.
I'm
I'm
loving
loving
it too. You know what is funny because a lot of times I would say that it seems like Nikola Jokic, we ain't gonna say for what reason, like he always gets that love off top,
it.
right? Like, oh man, he's the best center ever. Fool, Wilt Chamberlain and motherfucking Kareem Abdul-Jabbar played that position. Cut
Come on,
that shit out.
cut
You
that
had
shit out.
you had Bill Russells and all
Yeah,
kind of Moses
yeah,
Malone. Man,
yeah,
don't tell me that Nikola
yeah,
Jokic is the
yeah.
now you want to say maybe the best passing big man you ever
Yeah,
seen.
yeah, yeah.
I can accept that.
But then we got to go look at Chris Webber. I mean,
There
I
you
know he
go.
didn't win. I know he didn't win. Chris Webber didn't win one, but
Yeah.
look, his skill set matches up with that.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, hey, and you can't negate Charles Barkley just because he didn't win.
Nah, you know, no. But see, Charles was he played that power forward
Yeah,
position? Yeah,
yeah,
he played that power forward position.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
and he was a dog. He was a
Oh, he was
dog
up. Yeah,
down there. You had to go get your sleep, your rest before y'all
yeah, no
play
doubt.
with your team with Charles on it. Yeah.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
You know what, Charles? I say Charles Barkley, Karl Malone, John
hmm
Stockton. They all was just unfortunate enough to play during Jordan era
Yeah. Yeah. Just like
because
just like this one. Just like
yeah,
this one. They got King James in this era, so it's hard to
that's
come.
it.
It's hard, man. It's real hard. But and they got them Warriors, so
Yeah,
it's hard to win in this
hey,
era. It was hard to win in this era for a team. But
yeah, it is.
I mean I like the league so much. I root for guys and I root for
Yeah,
players and I root
yeah.
for my team, but I'll be happy for these fellas when they win championships, man.
Hey, no doubt.
Because it's hard. It's hard to win a
and
championship.
it's hard to get there.
Yeah, it's
It's
hard to
hard to
get there.
even get there. You know, I think
Mhm.
about Allen Iverson when he had that team with Mutombo that went up against Kobe and them
Yeah,
in the finals. Man, I felt
yeah,
so bad for AI, bud, because
yeah.
he really was. He was the shit for his whole career. He finally got a chance to go to the finals with the Sixers, and who did he have to go see? Man, mama, it's that man again.
It's that
Kobe
man
and them,
again.
they put a little spanking on that one. Man, and that's what it was, you know. So yeah, I don't fully measure, an athlete's legacy strictly on did they win the championship or not.
No. I'm loving players like Tracy McGrady. I'm loving
Yeah,
players. I'm loving players like Penny Hardaway. I'm loving these different players, man.
no, no doubt.
They really had me watching the game
Yeah,
and loving the game. So
yeah.
you can't but you know it's that rare air up there when you win
Yeah.
six in
Oh man,
when you win six and then you ain't lost, man. That it's a rare air up there.
man. I mean, very rare air. You know, like to me, that's what separates Joe Montana even from like Tom Brady. When you never lose, when all the marbles is on the table.
What's
To
on
me,
what's on
that's
the
saying a
table?
little something else
I don't
about
give
you.
a damn. I don't give a damn if the kicker couldn't. We finna win this game.
Man, straight up, yeah. Oh man, the dudes on defense can't make a goddamn tackle. We just gonna have to keep scoring there. Like like, yeah, man, you gotta have that. You gotta have that extra diggity dog in you, man. And
Yeah.
like, man, I would rather go win 1 or 2 championships and never lose one than go win 6 but lose 5.
Yeah. What's
Like,
up? What's up to Harvey Mitchell Jr., my guy,
hey,
up
what's
all
up with the
night. My,
folks?
my 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 fella up all night.
Yes, yes. Hey,
Yeah,
and just to let everybody know, man, Beat Gauntlet should be going on, I think, this weekend.
yeah,
Harv, tap in, let us know about that if I'm wrong. But if not, man, it's the shit. All
yeah.
the young up and coming producers, some established producers in there doing shit that you couldn't even think of, dream of, probably didn't even know happened out of the Beat Machine. They got going
Absolutely.
on that Beat Gauntlet. So go check my man's out.
Absolutely. Go check with Nightlife out. Go check him out.
Yeah, yeah.
Go check him out. But yeah, man,
Yeah.
as always, this has always been a pleasure for me.
Every time.
You
Every
know, I deem this week as Freaky Week.
freaking week. It's the freaking week.
Freaky Week.
We got to get some of that.
Yeah.
We got to get that old 70s big horn music behind that. Yeah, it's been a freaky week.
Hey, but it's been one thing that I've been doing for myself this week that I started going to the gym
Yes.
in the mornings at about 6:30 and getting out of there about 6:10, 6:50 or 7:10, 7:15.
Yeah.
Just walking. I'm just starting walking, man. I'm just walking.
Bro, that's a beautiful
I
thing.
gotta be here. I gotta
That's
be here.
that's it. That's a beautiful thing. And like for people who ain't put the research into it, like getting up in the morning first thing is the best thing you can do to get your metabolism pumping and firing. You dig? As we get older, our metabolism seems to go
Yeah,
and put them brakes
Screeching
on us.
halt.
That's it.
Screeching halt.
That's it. So we got to just eat right and play light and make sure that we keep our heads in the game so that spare
Yeah.
tire ain't the first thing that people see when we walk in the door.
Yeah. That's how I'm doing it. So I want to if we get off here, I want to leave everybody with that, man. Take care of your health. Take care of your health because you never know when that button is gonna be pushed and they're gonna call you.
That's it.
R.I.P. to my boy the chef.
Oh man, the chef.
You know what
Yeah,
I'm
man,
saying?
Chef Tone, man.
Yeah, Chef Tone, man.
Yeah.
Many memories come from
Hey,
a wonderful
and if
family.
his brother Danelle is watching, man, hey,
Yeah.
my love and prayers is with you, man. And yeah, that's a tough one. That's a tough one, and it's what happens, man. And that's one of them cats that you wouldn't think was going no time soon, but he's already up and on his way. So yeah, man, people take care of yourself. Be better to yourself, to others than you is to yourself, and you'll see that life is a rewarding motherfucking little journey that you tip tap on. It's your nigga from that end, and I'm out. It's always
all right. My guy. Also, Big AC. I always like him coming through. He always break down shit the way he need to be broke down. That's my guy. Just talking with OC. I'm your host, OC. I got another podcast coming out with another friend of mine. It's called First Chance at a Second Class Life. I mean, no. Second Chance at a First Class Life. That's what it's called. And it's coming to a podcast near you guys. So be looking out for that because that's a podcast about the struggle of recovery, people recovering from drugs and alcohol, and they getting their life straight. Hence the second chance at a first class life. So that's happening. That's coming out. I've been working on that. Just working on trying to work on myself too. Like I said in my video I posted earlier the week, I got to make the health a vibe with the mental. The mental got to vibe with the health. It got to go hand in hand. So I've been trying to get myself back into formidable shape. You know what I'm saying? I know I probably don't get back to the tip top shape I was in high school or back in my 20s, but I'm gonna get into better shape than I am now. So this is Talking with OC. I'm your host, OC. Maybe next time, hopefully, I can get one of my partners on that really break down. He really break down sports and really break down the mental aspect of things. Maybe I can get him on. I also want to get on one of my good friends. Her name is Tina. She got this food thing she does. It's called Big Back and Racking. She got this food thing. I want to shout out to her, Big Backing and Racking. She eats good food on her show, on her live. So I want to see her, get her on the show. But if y'all want to get on, holler at me at talkingwithoc.com, talkingwithoc, .com, and then I'm there. Talking with OC, gmail.com. Hit me up on Facebook. Hit me up on Instagram. DM. Message me. We can get you on. We can get on and talk. Have a good conversation. Maybe the public will learn something. This is Talking with OC. I'm your host, OC, on the podcast without a name. Yee.